Hello guys! It is a beautiful day and I'm wearing a really warm jacket. This is so great! Yay! Yay! I'm going to talk to you in this vlog about how to find a student house, because it's one of those things that unless you've done it before, you don't really know what to expect, and there's a lot of things that I have learned along the way in the last couple of years that I'd like to share with you. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Number one tip, look early. Everyone says don't rush, don't rush, don't rush. But if you want a nice house, you've got to look early. It doesn't have to be right away, don't worry. It doesn't have to be like September, that would be a bit too keen. But maybe like December, January. I know it still seems really early, but if you want a nice house, that's the time to start looking, because they do go so fast. If you're not so bothered, then sure, by all means wait until July. But if you want a nice one, look early. Tip number two, live with people that you know you're going to want to live with. Hopefully first year will have given you a bit of an indicator as to the kind of people that you'll be happy to live with, because you do get to know people really well when you live with them, and there's going to be things that annoy you, and there's going to be types of people that aren't really your kind of people and you will find it difficult to live with them. So make sure you live with people who have similar interests to you, or similar routines, or like the kind of things that you do. Tip number three, look online for houses. This is going to be your easiest way of doing it. The best thing to do is to just Google student houses plus the name of your location, or go onto websites like Rightmove. That's probably your best place to start. Tip number four, make sure you look at all the photos that are provided, and if there aren't any photos provided, then maybe consider why, or just book a viewing and go and have a look at it. But yeah, look at photos and also look at any information that's provided as well. And then maybe make a short list of the ones you like the most. You could bookmark them on your internet browser, or just make a list of them, or like a note of all the links and shortlist them, and then book viewings to see those. Tip number five, try and make sure all of you go to the viewings, because there's nothing worse than one of the people that you're living with not coming with you and then not liking the house, or having questions about it, and you're just like, well, why didn't you come and see it then? So try and make sure that all of you go. And I think the best thing to do is to make a list of times that you're available, so that when you ring up to book and they say, when do you want to come, you can be like, well, we can come at this time or this time or this time on these days, and be super organised, and everybody's a winner! Yay! Before you go, make a list of things to look out for, okay? Because I didn't do this in the first year that I was looking, but the second year I was looking, I knew exactly what to look for. So these are a few things that you should look out for when you go to view a house. Make sure there's no damp or excessive mould anywhere, because you don't want to live in that. Check to see if there's radiators in all the bedrooms and also in the halls, because student houses kind of have a rep of being quite cold. Mine certainly lived up to that reputation. So yeah, make sure there's radiators and that they work. If any of you have cars and you need parking, make sure you check out the parking situation, whether it's on-road parking or whether you've got a drive to park in, and how much parking there will be. If there's going to be quite a few of you, say like 5 or 6 or even more, then see how many showers there are. You don't want to be queuing for the shower in the morning, let me tell you, it's not fun. Another thing to consider is whether the house is on a uni bus route, if you need to get a bus. And if it's not on a bus route, then you need to find out how long it's going to take to walk to uni. Look at the type of area that the house is in. Is it in the student area? Is it in a residential area? Make sure you consider all of these things. And in terms of location, again, see if it's near a supermarket, a corner shop, post office, a pharmacy. If there's one of those or all of those close by, then that's going to be really useful for you. Other things to look out for: is there a washing machine? Is there a tumble dryer? Is there a washing line? Are the rooms light or are they dark and dingy? Is there a communal area or a dining table where you can all sit down and eat? That was one thing we didn't have this year, and I wish we had, because we all went to our rooms and ate separately and it was really sad. So if there's somewhere to eat, that's really good. If double beds are important to you, which they are for me, then definitely check that. If you're someone who hates doing dishes and you want a dishwasher, then check for a dishwasher. And if you see the current tenants when you go and visit, ask them a few questions, try and have a little chat with them, ask them what their experience has been like living in that house, ask them if they've had any problems, ask them maybe what the water pressure is like, what the broadband is like, And then things to ask your estate agent are how much are the bills going to be and are they included in the rent? How much is the rent? How long is the lease? And if you want to have a meeting with the estate agent before you secure a house, that's a really good idea too, just to ask any further questions that you have. Another top tip is to go for more than one viewing. If you really, really like a house, go and see it a second time, because there will be things that you've missed, things that you've thought of that you want to check out. Again, make another list of things. If you've forgotten to look at anything, make another list and refer to that list when you go and see it again. And even a third viewing is a really good idea. So after going for numerous viewings and seeing different houses, there's most likely going to be one that sticks out for you. If there isn't, make a list of pros and cons, talk to your parents, they're really wise. They know these things more than we do. And yeah, again, talk to your estate agent if there's anything else you want to know. And then it's time to secure the house. So go to your estate agent, tell them that you want to secure it, and that's the point to find out how much you need to pay them for admin fees and when you have to pay your first month's rent, etc, etc. And yeah, fill out all the paperwork and voila, the house is yours. So I hope that was helpful. If you haven't done it before, finding a student house is quite an interesting experience, and hopefully these tips will help you find a really nice one and you'll be really happy there for the year. Oh, that was nice and soppy at the end, wasn't it? Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe and share. And if you've got any comments or questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you, because there's probably things that I've missed out or things you're going to want to know which I might be able to help you with. So yeah, do that. And, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!